concerts is I have to give our percussion section a chance to move some things around back there because they don't all play the same thing the entire concert, so they've got to move some stuff about. So I want to talk a little bit about what this group is. These are all volunteers from within our community. We're going to talk about the age range of the group here a little bit later, but I want to talk about their rehearsal schedule. Believe it or not, they've put together this whole concert in 4 rehearsals. 4 rehearsals and then our concert this evening. That's a pretty big testament to just how important we think this is and also just the quality of music education that we have here in Parkway. So can we give it up for just the rehearsal schedule? 4 Tuesdays, and then we're able to do this. I'm super fortunate here at Southwest that I've got very, very supportive administration that when I said, hey, I think I want to host this here, they're going to use all our equipment and we're going to have to move some chairs around for a concert and everything, and they were just like, yeah, fine, whatever you need. Whatever I need? Really? So that was pretty cool. We're going to continue our concert with, well, the Avengers. So if you've seen any of the Marvel movies, you will recognize this immediately. So this particular arrangement is by Robert Longfield. Is that enough time? As directors, we're going to pull a little bit of double duty here. So as she moves from the back of the ensemble with a giant tuba, when I started becoming involved with community band, it was really just last year under the previous director, Miss Keela O'Hara. I really just kind of was a supportive role and let me help you make copies. I'll conduct a couple of things. So when the literal baton was passed to me, I asked Miss O'Hara's replacement, hey, do you want to do community band with me? She was like, yeah, sure. So it is my pleasure to introduce the new director at South Middle, Ms. Tricia Holm, and she's going to take us through our next piece.
Yeah, it is my first year in Parkway, and I am loving it. It is perfect. I absolutely love the community. I love the culture. I love just everything about it. Uh-oh, I broke it. Okay, so I do. I really love being here. This is my 22nd year in education, and I couldn't have asked for a better district to be placed in. And I love everything about it. I love the community band stuff. So here's to a really cool future side by side with Ms. Cowan, and I'm really thankful to be here. So thank you for the great welcome to Parkway. I really appreciate it.
Before we do the second of 2 Irish pieces, I figured it's this close to St. Patrick's Day. We can't not do a couple of Irish pieces, right? Just to go along with a good theme. We do have to recognize really quick. So here in Parkway, we have professional learning communities, right? There's a high school professional learning community for content areas like high school. There's also a professional learning community for middle school. So basically what that means is sometimes when we have those half days, we have meetings with our PLCs, right? And we're very, very lucky because here in the Parkway School District, we have easily, I'm a little bit biased, but I still think it's true. I think we have absolutely the best middle school band PLC that exists pretty much anywhere. And we actually have some of them in our band with us tonight. Of course, Ms. Holm and I are both members, but if you are a Parkway music educator of any type, can you please stand so we can thank you? Parkway music educators, we have Matt Wall from the percussion section, my colleague Eric Nadersky, Mike Steep at Northeast Middle School, and Chris Higgins from Central Middle School. So these are just a few of my colleagues, and they're absolutely fantastic. So thank you for helping us out with Community Band. We also have other, because it's community, and it's Parkway and Friends, we have a couple people that are also music educators, but they're not associated with Parkway. They were just like, hey, playing a band with other like band people, that sounds awesome. So can we have our other music educators that are here with us? So Austin and Sam, please stand to be recognized. Thank them for joining us as well. When we talk about like, what's your affiliation? Are you alumni? You know, are you a student here? And they're like, no, we're just friends. Cool. That's why it's Parkway and Friends. So we're going to continue with a Richard Sustato arrangement of Fantasy on an Irish Air. You may know this tune as Oh Danny Boy. it's open to everybody, young and old. So this is one of the cooler parts of the community band tradition is we recognize the youngest and the decidedly not youngest member of our ensemble. So youngest in 5th grade at age 11 is Lorelei Wall back there in the percussion section. Let's hear it for Lorelei. Ironically, in the same section, we have our, I don't want to say oldest, let's say elder statesman, right? We have Mr. Jack Davis. He is 73 years old. Give it up for Jack back there. And that's community band. It's for everybody. There's something for absolutely everybody. So while the percussion section gets set, so my husband is out there. Where are you, dear? There you are. Cool. So my husband's not a musician, and every now and then he'll say, if I'm having a band concert, he'll say, "Are you playing anything that I would know?" And I'm like, "No. It's all concert band music, so probably not, unless you've heard me play it before and everything." Babe, you'll know this one. Just we're completely aware. So as soon as we're going, we're gonna jump off the rails of the crazy train. Just because we can. All right. You guys good? I'm really lucky because when I came to the school, I inherited a pretty full music library already, and one of the coolest things to do is go through it and see what's already there, like what has everybody else already purchased. And my predecessor, Drew Davis, just bought all sorts of stuff, which was really cool. Like Crazy Train, we have Crazy Train for middle school, but sure, why not? Let's do it. This is great. I do have to recognize, and there's a small blurb at the top of the program that talks about this, but Miss Holm and I were able just to kind of literally take the reins and run with it because this was an already established ensemble. And we could not have done that if it had not been started by somebody else, right? And she's actually here tonight. So please help me recognize and thank Miss Keely O'Hara in the back of the room for starting this ensemble. Stand up, Keely, stand up. Literally without you, we couldn't be doing this right now. So thank you so much, not just for your years of service to music education, but also by just being awesome, just in general, right? All right, I'm gonna turn this over to Ms. Holm. We have one more selection for you guys this evening.
You won't break it. I got it. It's fine. All right, again, thank you for coming tonight. We really appreciate you being here. It's always nice to have a full audience to play for. My last tune is called Due North. It's kind of marching band-esque, and it's got a little bit of a jazz feel, so if you like that kind of sort of thing, that's our closer for tonight. Again, thank you for being here. We really appreciate your attendance.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. Make sure you say hi to Miss O'Hara back there. I know she's kind of hiding and doesn't like the attention, but let's give it to her anyway. How about one more huge round of applause for this Parkway and Friends community band that you have before you. Thank you so very much, and make sure that you catch us next year, probably around the same time. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Okay. All right.